And that is what we do, baby. Another comeback win for your Los Angeles Dodgers. I want you guys showing Max Muncy all the love. The Dodgers, they get it done in the clutch. Their first 11-10 win over the Padres since the 4+1 game. And the Dodgers, they get it done. What a win for your Dodgers. They get the series win, and we're going to break it all down. Lots of runs scored for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they get it done. First time they've given up 10 runs at home all season, and they're now 24-1. The Dodgers have scored 9 or more runs this year. 25 times they're now 24-1 in games where they've scored 9+ runs. 620 runs for your Dodgers. But we're going to break it all down, but just like we get every Dodgers Nation post-game show. By the way, welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can find me on Twitter at DMacLA. I see these comments are on fire right now, so I'm going to dive right into it. Read off some of these because you are live on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Doug Crosby, what up, Doug? You're always repping the show. Muncy, baby, .99 ERA. That Yates, absolutely right. Kirby Yates, one of the best receivers in Major League Baseball this year. He carried a .98 ERA heading into tonight. 32 saves on the year. Well, guess what? You're running into a buzzsaw in the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers, they get the win tonight. 34-17 now against the NL West. 32nd come from behind win this year. 32 come from behind wins for your Dodgers this year, and it was a beautiful sight. Max Muncy, 4 hits on the day. The funky Muncy got funky on Yates. Max Mash Muncy ripped that double. You gotta love what you're seeing. But here we go. We got Wes Allender, awesome Dodgers. Michael Bell, and cheers to you. I'm gonna crack up one after this for sure. We got Bobby Jenkins, because Mama said knock you out. Exactly. The Dodgers, they owned the Padres last year, 14-5 against the Padres. The Dodgers have not lost a series against the Friars in 7 years. So they really use the Padres as a training ground. We break in Dustin May. Today we roll out a little Sunday lineup, give some guys rest. But don't worry, the Dodgers, they found a way to get it done tonight, this afternoon in dramatic fashion. And back to you guys, though. Rizzo to the max. Bobby Jenkins, because Mama said knock you out. Mike Lupica, when you score 11 runs with Bellinger, Turner, and Smith on the bench, go Dodgers. Ken Sanders, Mad Max, Mommy Carr, great win. Claire 2904, Claire checking in from Montreal, Canada. Good point, Claire. Wherever you're watching the Dodgers Nation post-game show, you got to put it in the comments. So if you haven't let me know, give me cities so I can shout you guys out. I got a big bag of shout-outs I'm going to throw at you guys right here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. But we got Eddie Harrison, magical win. What up, Eddie? We got KG Cox. Awesome game. It was an awesome game. There's a lot to get into. We're going to break down this game in a little bit. But, hey, they poured on the runs. Max Muncy, 405, gets his 27th home run, double, 3 RBIs, 3 runs, and it was just a great at-bat, man. They were going at it. You saw Yates. Yates was not very happy, shaking him off left and right, going back to that fastball, found a way to get that splitter starting to go. But you know Max Muncy, this is the same guy who has a walk-off in the World Series. This guy's not afraid of a Kirby Yates and that sub-1 ERA. He knows he puts on that Dodger blue, and he'll be ready to be called upon in the clutch. So Max Muncy, you got to love it. This guy brings it when the Dodgers need it most. Randall Etheridge, wow, Max with the walk-off, go Dodgers from North Carolina. Eddie Harrison, magical win. Magic Max, I love that. Magic Max Muncy, that's what I'm talking about. KG Cox, awesome game. Mark Morrow, El Paso, Texas in the house, go Dodgers. Docky Mize, Mad Max. Michael Max, yeah, show Max Muncy all the love. Hey, the previous inning, I was like, there's no way Will Smith comes up cold off the bench and gets a game winner. He got some nice contact, went right to the glove of Fernando Tatis. But, hey, he had a great week, and he saved it for Max Muncy. Today was Max Muncy's Sunday. So we got Rafael Santiago. Yates has 3 blown saves in 2019. 2 of those blown saves is by the Dodgers. Yeah, he blew the one early in the year. And, hey, that's what happens. Dodgers really aren't a great matchup for Yates because you know the Dodgers aren't going to chase that splitter out of the zone. You know they're going to wait for their pitch to hit. Give Jock Peterson. Yes, he got nailed, but he really started that momentum off early in the inning, and he broke that 0 for 24 slump, 0 for 4 on the day. And, yes, he did get out. It was a really nice play to get him nailed at third. But, hey, he started the inning, And the Dodgers, they just kept chipping away. You know they're never out of it. Look, you survived the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's what you got to know is you don't beat the Dodgers you got 27 outs. Those last 3 are the hardest. And if you beat the Dodgers, you got to tip your cap. But look, Dodgers are not going to bow down. They're in every single game to the very last out. And today was another perfect example. Today's hero, Max Muncy. Dodgers get the win. 74th of the season. Now it's a season high, 34 games above 500 for your Los Angeles Dodgers. How much do you love this team? Last night, by the way, Dodgers Nation, we were in the house to witness Walker Buehler's 15K, 0 walks. He was spectacular. Today you got a walk-off. I mean, Dodgers, they just give you entertainment on a daily basis. Last night was like a playoff atmosphere out there on a Saturday night. Today, Max Muncy, he treats the fans with an 11-10 walk-off. You got to think, if you're the San Diego Padres, look, the Padres, they were making all this noise. Hey, it's the first time since they went into the All-Star break at 500 in 7 years. Since then, the Padres are now 6-15, okay? Dodgers are now 8-5 against the Padres this year, and the Dodgers now have been in first place every game of the season except for 6 games. You had that 8-8 stretch early. They got swept. They had the tough series against the Cardinals, but really for the entire course of the year, Dodgers really no consistent losing streaks. But here we go. Back to you guys. Bobby Jenkins. What up, Bobby? Always repping in the comments. My only concern is Seager. He came in kind of weird. Corey Seager, 1 for 12, 1 for 13 on the series, 0 for 3 with the walk. But, hey, he hustled on that play, and maybe, hopefully he didn't re-injure that hamstring. I really didn't look closely to it if he was nursing it. Maybe you guys can tell me. But he doesn't look like he's completely comfortable and back yet. But, hey, he legged that one out on the previous play. That never say die attitude for your Los Angeles Dodgers. And definitely just putting the ball in play is a major part of this season and why this Dodger team has amassed 74 wins and why they're a season high 34 games above 500. But Ernest Alvarado, Max Muncy for president. I love that. Muncy Bellinger 2020. I'm down for that. I think it should be Lights, Camera, Bashin. They're from Hollywood. Great 1-2 punch. Lights, Camera, Bashin. The Ravine Rakers. What do you want to call those guys? But Max Muncy, I love it. Dodger fan. Did I miss you guys? Michael Anthony Flores, repping Dodger Blue from San Jose, Cali to San Antonio, Texas. Hey, you guys are part of the show. I got all you guys in here as much as possible. Eddie Harrison, Magical Funky Muncy, Nancy Graves, never cease to amaze me. Michelle this is a tough one for me. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to call you Michelle F. How about that? Mad Max. Charles Hamill. What up, Charles? Funky Muncy. Charles, let's go. They should have given Muncy the triple for the cycle. That's what I was thinking, too. Maybe you could work that in there. It was interesting to see how they were going to score it, but we got Matt Wright. I like it a lot. Sandra McGee, amazing comeback. Roberto Razzo, Dodgers all the way. World Series champion 2019. Fernie Aguilar, let's go Dodgers. Will Gordon, that was fun. Keith Dombrowski, holy Batman Robin. I love that. Holy Batman Robin. I love it. Paul Stringer, good blue bleed. All right. Doc Mad Max does it again. Furmang really should have given him the triple for the cycle. Hey, you never know. Maybe it's not too late. Hey, the cycle is a statistical oddity, okay? Mad Max Muncy, he's got to walk off in the World Series. He's got to walk off tonight. He'll live without a triple, without a cycle, and he'll be just fine. But, hey, he was legging that out, and I thought it was very close. It would have been great to have a walk-off and get the hardest part of the triple of the cycle in gaining that triple there, but it did not happen. But the Dodgers win nonetheless. But here we go. Keep it rolling to the postseason. Jake Magby. You bring up a really great point, Jake. It's about this momentum. And one of the reasons why this Sunday lineup today really wasn't a true Sunday lineup, but yes, they were resting guys. Bellinger he had an at-bat today, but he wasn't starting. And you're right. You got to keep this momentum for the Dodgers. No long losing streaks. And that's what's important for the boys in blue. But here we go. Rebecca, never say never go blue. Fernie Aguilar, Mad Max. Sal Berner, F. F question percentage you, Manny Machado. Eat it, hell yeah. Let's go Dodgers. Manny Machado. He's gonna be here. He's gonna be hearing Manny Machado sucks chants in his nightmares tonight because the Dodger fans, they just won't give it up. They will not give up the Manny Machado. But, hey, you buy the ticket. You can boo whoever you want, man. That's the beauty of it. This is America. If you want to boo Manny Machado, you are within your rights to do so. And, hey, man, he shouldn't have said what he did. He shouldn't have said that he's going to win a World Series for the Dodgers. I said, hey, before that, why do we boo him? After you pop off at the mouth, Manny, then all bets are off. You're a big-time enemy. So, here we go. Liz Medina. Yas. Great game. I love that. Yas. It's Deuce 1. LOL. Dodgers own the Padres' souls. They do. The Dodgers absolutely own the Padres. And you've seen it 7 years. They have beat them in the season series. And they also own the NL West. So they also own the NL West 34-17 against the NL West. We got Lorena from Fresno. Fernie Aguilar from Phoenix all the way. Eddie Harrison, Maeda needs to go to the bullpen. Urias to start. Look, Kenta Maeda, it was really not a great showing for Kenta Maeda early in this game. He hasn't won a game since May 31st, has Kenta Maeda. You see how I tweeted out, I was like, bro, it's like Scorpion with the get over here for him to go into the bullpen because, look, he can be a righty specialist out of the pen. And tonight, look, you saw he kind of runs out of it. He had a really nice start. I really thought it was going to be a nice start for Kenta Maeda. He started the game 1-2-3 inning, 12 pitches. But really, we all know his ultimate role is going to be a lot like last year where he's an asset in the bullpen. So don't get too down on Kenta Maeda as a starting pitcher because as a real asset, it's going to be coming out of the pen. Righties are hitting 154 against Kenta Maeda. Lefties are hitting 256. But we're going to need him against righties. He hasn't won a game since May 31st. Only Dodger, Kenta Maeda is the only Dodger to have a losing record. He's lost 6 of his last 10 starts. But also, here's something to keep in mind and something to consider when it comes to Kenta Maeda. 4th lowest run support in Major League Baseball since May 34th. Since May 31st, he has the 4th lowest run support at 2.5 runs per game. Opponents are hitting just 191 against him. But look, you saw he really needs to focus on those first pitch fastball strikes because he really starts leaning on that changeup, that slider outside the zone. And when he stops attacking, you saw him running into trouble. But July was rough. I mean, July for Kenta Maeda, his ERA in July was above 5, no wins. And really today was another example. Yes, his ultimate home will be the bullpen, and they're going to need him for some depth. The Dodgers did not add an elite arm. They didn't add a Shane Green, a righty. So, hey, Kenta Maeda will be that righty, and look for him to go into the bullpen in due time. But here we go. Maryland, Frapwell, Seager running it out. Dodger fan 0229 checking in from the OC. Carlos, who's going to be watching the game from the furthest distance today? Who do we got so far? We got Florida. We got Paul Jensen from New Orleans. The Big Easy. Like we said, being the Dodgers is far from easy. Another comeback win for the Dodgers. And which is great. I mean, it's tough. I mean, you want to expect this team. You think that, hey, they're gonna call it. You know, they're giving up 10 runs at home for the first time, and they got Paddock, their young ace. He only threw 77 pitches tonight. You know they're kind of bubble wrapping him just a little bit, and they got to him. And the Dodgers just found a way in the final innings to really get another dramatic win, and it's in this team's DNA. This is who this team is. At this point, we know that they're a gritty team. They're a team that you can just feel that competitive fire late in games from this squad. And it's another reason why the offense has been very encouraging. Yes, offenses probably can't win you championships, but nights like this and days like this you see that approach. It wasn't just that they were scoring runs, it was the productive out. Look at the Matt Beatty out, getting the Muncy score on the play before. A.J. Pollock came through today. They're scoring in a variety of ways, and today was really just another exciting win in a season full of them. So, what a win tonight. But back to you guys. Rebecca, go blue from Clovis, California. Flavio, yes, a Hollywood finish. Love it. Dustin, your name is Dustin May, as in the Dustin May. All about that depth. By the way, what do you guys feel about his nickname? I'm not really a big fan of the ginger guard. I think we need to wipe that away. That's got to be gone. He doesn't even. I think he likes Big Red and Red Nightmare. I think we just roll with those. So there we go. We got Furman, Santan Valley, Arizona. Christopher, let's go Dodgers from Phoenix. Charles Hamill, it won't happen until the playoffs due to his contract. If you're talking about Kenta Maeda, hey, that is true, but at this point, teams know what he is. I mean, even if he were to go to the even if he would go to the bullpen. Now, teams that aren't the Dodgers, teams that don't have pitchers like Walker Buehler, Hyun-Jin Ryu, Dustin May now, Clayton Kershaw, teams that need guys like Kenta Maeda, he could be a number 2 or 3 starter on any team in Major League Baseball. So I still think that even if they put him in the bullpen now, he would still have starters value for other teams. But Gabriel Estrada, go Dodgers from Glendale, Arizona. Dodger Elvis, emojis, high five, birthday, blue heart, love it. Randall Etheridge. Hope Seeger is okay. Come in, wired. Eddie Harrison, Yates is human too. Exactly. Look, that's another example. Look, everyone wanted Felipe Vasquez. Everyone wanted the big names. Brad Hand early in the year. Giles. We were flirting with the idea of potentially looking at Amir Garrett. Every closer is going to have its flaws, okay? And it really just comes down to, are the Dodgers going to have it? From their standpoint, can the Dodgers, I mean, there's a tough situation for Kirby Yates. He was flustered. He was shaking off pitches, and it just goes to show that no matter what the stats show, a sub-1 ERA, that the Major League hitters can get to anyone, okay? And tonight was a good example. Today was a great example. Major League hitters will hit Major League pitching, and that's just what it is. So there was no reason to give up future superstars like a Gavin Lux, like a Dustin May, for a relief pitcher like a Felipe Vasquez, because at the end of the day, it just comes down to, look, you need a little luck. You need to put guys in positions to succeed. You really need to manage their innings, how much time you're putting them in there. But here we go, Russ Carrington. But great job, Max. Marco Garcia, great win. Maeda needs to stay in the bullpen. Have Urias rest. Yes, he's got to take a seat. He's going to go to the bullpen. And look, it's not the worst thing in the world. Look, Austin Barnes, we sent him to AAA. We're just sending Kenta Maeda to the bullpen where he's going to play a crucial role, and he's going to be pivotal. But we got Bill Gokes, Dodgers. Go Dodgers. That's right. I should have said it. But from Baton Rouge. What up, Bill? Joseph Megazzini from downtown LA. Joseph Megazzini, VIP member of the Dodgers Nation postgame show. He's always repping hard in the comments. Danny Mossman, World Series on the horizon. Go Dodgers. Look, the Dodgers, they're right on pace. They're right on pace for that 104, 105 wins, and they're definitely on pace to go to another World Series, but it's not going to be easy. And the Yankees, the Astros, they're playing good baseball. It just comes down to, when it gets there, the Dodgers games like this are important for the Dodgers. With the Astros inching closer and closer, adding Zach Greinke, they're in win-now mode as much as anyone in Major League Baseball, and they're right on the heels of the Dodgers. So this game is important. Every single game counts. The Dodgers can't afford to lose anything where they're close. And tonight, give credit to Pedro Baez. Pedro Baez came in. He gets the win. And the Dodgers, they got to Kirby Yates, now 0-3 of the year. 2 of those losses at the hands of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Max Muncy, he gets my player of the game. He gets your player of the game. I have no question about that. Magic Max, as you guys are calling him in the comments. 4 of 5 tonight. He hits a home run. He hits a jack, but we got Dwayne Gomez. Go Dodgers from Apple Valley, Ohio. We got Ryan. What's up, Doug? What up, Ryan? Walking off Yates is crazy. Haha. Look, the Dodgers walked off Yates. They got to Diaz. The Dodgers have shown they can get to elite pitching. Look what Bellinger did to Hader early in the season. This really is very encouraging and promising to see that the Dodgers, they don't just get it done against middling talent. They're doing it against some of the best arms in Major League Baseball, and tonight was a big confidence builder for this team because, look, Kirby Yates is no slouch. This guy is an elite arm, one of the best in Major League Baseball, and the Dodgers, they just did it to him. I mean, we're not talking the Dodgers down 10-7 in that. They come all the way back, and they get their 32nd comeback win of the year. The offense has been really, really turning up of late since the All-Star break. The Dodgers are averaging 6.5 runs after the All-Star break. So 6.5 runs per game. That's sure to go up, probably close to 7 now. And you're looking at 620 total runs of the year for the Dodgers. For the year, they're averaging 5.39, 189 home runs, and now they're 64 and 15 when the Dodgers home run when they hit a jack. So tonight was a great night for the Dodgers. But back to you guys. We got Martin, love my Dodgers. Brian Hatfield, pitching knocks us out of the World Series again. I don't think so. We're going to talk about that in just a second when we dive into some of these topics here. We're going to get some of your reaction for the trade deadline. How do you feel about Andrew Freeman and the Dodgers? Of course, all the talk was about Felipe Vasquez. I was really beating the drum for the Dodgers to get an elite relief pitcher, preferably a lefty. But hey, they did not pull the trigger. They did not want to give up Gavin Lux. They didn't want to give up Dustin May. Ultimately, I think that was the right move because I wouldn't have made that move. But tonight, Julio Urias was not very sharp out there. He didn't have his best showing, but on the year, Julio Urias is a guy that can really do a lot of the things. Look, he's hitting even when he was tired, he was hitting 97 on the gun. And the thing about Julio Urias, really, he was just letting guys on. He did not have the command that we see when he's on. When he's elite Julio Urias, he has the command, and then he's working at other pitches, slider, command of the fastball. But really, you're looking at 4 batters in the 5th for him, 4 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th. So he's batting he's batting around. They're getting on, and he was having his issues. Wasn't his best showing. But I'm confident that Julio Urias, come playoff time, and they really start to unleash him. You know they're going to unleash him, and you know they're going to say, hey, Julio, look, he hasn't pitched back-to-back this year, but he did last year in the World Series. So Julio Urias is a guy to look at. I do think the Dodgers do have the pitching to get it done. They do. They said the same thing about the Houston Astros. They said the same thing about the Boston Red Sox, and you saw them get creative. You saw them bring in Sale, Nathan Eovaldi. You saw them bring out guys in unfamiliar situations, and don't think the Dodgers don't have that because, trust me, they have some aces up their sleeve. But here we go, Nelson Lavia repping from North Korea. All right, nice. See that, man, you're risking your life to go on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. But we got Josh Bentley, poor Padres. Thought they were going to win there for a second. You thought the Padres were going to win, but they ultimately didn't get it done. Really a tough loss for the Padres. They really needed this series to show that, hey, we're actually a team that can be reckoned with. We're a team that, hey, now they're 6-15 following the All-Star break, and really a heartbreaking loss for the Padres, who continue to get dominated by the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that's just how it is. Michelle Carter, that strike zone, though. Oh, man. Yeah, Meals, that strike zone was ridiculous. I mean, hashtag we need robo-umps yesterday when it comes to him. Hey, that should be the punishment. If they aren't, I'm not for, like, I've been kind of going back and forth on robo-umps. How about you let the ump start the game, right? First 2 or 3 innings, and then if his calls are like we saw today, that outside corner was just like huge. It was like the Grand Canyon. That thing was way too big. Cody Bellinger was flirting with an ejection there. And I'm just saying, if it's that bad, then you wheel in that robo-ump. Then you start to bring in Skynet, because I didn't like what I saw there. And also, I think you would help offense because, hey, if guys are really just familiar with one strike zone. But what's your guys' take? How do you guys feel about robo-umps? You guys all in on it? Do you guys like the traditional umpire approach? You kind of have them adjust to different strike zones. But what's your take? We got Jay Carrasco, hashtag Ravine Rakers. There we go. Juan Morales, watching from McKinley, Texas. Love the blue and love the way these guys never give up. Way to go, Max. Exactly. That's really the mentality with this team. This team is a team that has talent, but they combine that talent with the will to win and a competitive fire that you see it's on display in a game like this. The Dodgers could have just folded their tent today, but they did not. Kenta Maeda, he got pulled early, did not have his best showing, hasn't won a game since May 31st, but they did it. A.J. Pollock had a home run, and the Dodgers, they get the win. 74th win of the year, 34 games above 500, a season high for your boys in blue. But here we go, back to you guys. Toby Bentley repping Dodger Blue out there in Topeka, Kansas. The real Rob V 921. Where is Rich Hill? Rich Hill actually appeared in the pregame show, and he's still dealing with that flexor. He's really starting to make strides. He's starting to throw, and Rich Hill could be a big-time wild card when it comes to him getting back, because he has pitched out of the pen before. But if Rich Hill comes back and he's really this rest, maybe he's fresh. Maybe this is a Rich Hill that's ready to dominate come playoff time. Because Rich Hill, hey, he's pitching 7 strong. He's in the 7th inning with he had given up 0 runs in the 7th inning last year against the Red Sox. And if he can put a performance like that together, who knows? Maybe you go with the Rich Hill. Maybe you throw Walker Buehler in some late inning, high leverage situations. I would not rule that out. That could be the ultimate ace up your sleeve trump card for the Los Angeles Dodgers, because what we saw yesterday, there is not very many pitchers in Major League Baseball. Maybe a Scherzer, maybe a Verlander, guys like that, but what we saw yesterday was absolutely sensational. Walker Buehler put on a show for the fans. He showed that he's a future Cy Young winner. He showed that no-hitter is on its way. And every time he takes the mound, it was just a great comeback start for Walker Buehler. But here we go. We got Hilario Favela, Amarillo, Texas, go Dodgers. Johnny White, walk-off home run, let's go Dodgers. Jesus Ruiz, Yuma, Arizona. Jason, bat, jock lower in the lineup, less pressure on him to come out of a slump. Maybe, but Negron, I'm trying to say that right, or Beatty leadoff. I would like to see him in those situations. Today, you got to give him credit. Sometimes it takes one hit. Sometimes it's a moment that really sparks really a slump-busting moment for Jock Peterson. Hopefully that was a slump-busting hit for Jock Peterson because, look, he steps up to the plate 0-4 on the night, and he had been 0 for his last 24, and just really, Jock Peterson, he's been struggling of late. Jock Peterson, if you look at it, he's down to, in July, Jock Peterson, for the month, he was hitting 200. So 200 for all of July. August, he hasn't had a hit until that one. So really, he needs to find it. All this drama with the first base and everything that went into that. Who knows if that played a factor. But, hey, Jock Peterson is a guy I think you still throw on the bench. I still think he's a guy, especially if they're playing the Astros, or a team where you're going to need some home runs, you're going to need some potent offense. He's a guy that a home run here, a 2-run shot there, a 3-run shot there with Jock Peterson, you could see him totally flipping it, and it could change a game, and all it takes is really one postseason game to really change a series. But, hey, it's great to see he's off of first base. Nothing against Jock Peterson, but really he was just put in a bad position. So, and also the Dodgers today, really, we had one error, another error for the Dodgers, but hey, the Dodgers really 26 errors in 27 games from June to July, mid-July. I mean, the Dodgers defense really could really use a boost, but hey, they're still first in defensive runs saved, still top 10 in ultimate zone rating, defensive runs above average. So in some of the advanced metrics, the Dodgers really fare well. You saw that outfield assist for Jock Peterson. I think it was his 4th of the year. Cody Bellinger, I believe, has 16 on the year. So, but back to you guys. Vim, 7-3-1. OC here, Garden Grove, great win. City, Cincy, high from Los Angeles. All right, what's up? We got Mark. It's a comeback. If you come from behind, what else would you call it? It was reference to the LL Cool J song, but all right. For 3, magic number is 33. When we're talking magic number in the beginning of August, that shows you where the Dodgers are right now. But here we go. We got N.R. Zachary and Zach from Douglasville, Georgia. Great win. Ryan, code red. Randall, code red. Johnny White, walk-off line drive. Go Dodgers. Lily Gomez, code red. Real Nick Lavea. What do the Athletics think of Muncy's performance? Look, hey, that's what it takes. And if you see Andrew Freeman, look, Negron, look how well Negron was today. Negron really is showing that he has some pop. This is a guy who's come in, 5 RBIs already for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and White does not look very promising. I think he's like 1 for 12. But that's one thing you really got to give Andrew Freeman a lot of credit for. This is a guy who has an eye for talent. He knows how to find that diamond in the rough, just kind of, wipe that dust away, wipe that dirt away, and let that diamond shine. And Max Muncy today was really one of his best games of the year. 4 for 5. 2 doubles and a home run. Really could have potentially been a triple, and he could have hit for the cycle. But if you look at tonight, the Dodgers really, that offense, they were just inning by inning, just chipping away. They got to one of the best young pitchers in Major League Baseball. Chris Paddock, 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 earned runs. So 6 hits, 6 runs, so 6-6-6 for Chris Paddock. And also gave up 2 home runs. So, hey, the Dodgers got to him. He's got his little journal. I wonder if he wrote, hey, for some of his goals. I wonder if one of his goals was to get served up by some of the Dodgers' secondary players. Some of their bench players came in having big games against him. With Negron, he had a hit today. Beatty, he had a hit, 2 RBIs. Max Muncy, the star of the show today, 3 RBIs. But back to you guys. Here we go. We got Scott. Cardinals possible playoff preview. Yes, that's what I was thinking too. When they bring in when you saw some of the bullpen moves right there, you're just kind of wondering, hey, are they preserving guys? Because look, the Cardinals is a team that historically has had the Dodgers numbers in certain seasons. They had the Dodgers number early on this year, and they could definitely be a potential playoff matchup for the Dodgers. And yeah, getting back to this game. Oh, here we go. Let's get back to you guys. Ernest goes to Medeas. All right, I love that movie. Oh, actually, Romeo Nikki. Joe Kelly needs to start working the 8th inning. High leverage situation. Go Dodgers. Go blue. Yes, Joe Kelly is a guy who has absolutely turned it around. And it's funny, bullpen guys. I always say, bullpen guys are you talk about them only when they're struggling, only when they're getting raked against. And Joe Kelly is a guy. His last 20 appearances, a 1.8 ERA for Joe Kelly. And he's a guy that really, he looks like he's figured it out. He started to really do things. I mean, if you look at it back earlier in the year, his ERA was over 9. So from May to July 1st, he bumped it down to 5.93. So if you look at it, he's faced 89 batters, only allowed 27 hits and 8 walks in 18. So in June. And so he's gotten better every month, basically, for Joe Kelly. Early in the year, he was struggling. He's really starting to find the command. He's starting to find the confidence in that fastball. And really, when you got the stuff that he has, you have the speed rate, you have that breaking ball, and you got what Joe Kelly has, it's a big-time asset. There's a reason why the Dodgers locked him up to that deal. If you look at it, too, the bullpen, since June 1st, they're down to 3.47. But really, it's the inherited runners. So they're really 10th in Major League Baseball. They've given up 55. They've given up 61 inherited runners. 61 inherited runners have scored on them. So really, that's kind of what it is. And then also, it's the inning. So they've logged after today probably around 361 and 2/3 innings. So that'd be 28th most in baseball. So there are some holes in this bullpen, but if Joe Kelly's pitching right, I could definitely see him, like you're saying right there, pitching in the 8th inning. I could also see Joe Kelly closing games for the Dodgers, especially if Kenley Jansen's closed the game the night before. So here we go. We got Kelly with the baseball emojis. What up, Kelly? We got Mick 3R45. Come on, Rockies. I hate you, but beat the Astros. Hey, exactly. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay, so take on the Astros. We need them to lose games. We need home field advantage for the World Series. Trey Stoops, great win, but bullpen still needs to improve. Absolutely. The bullpen does need to improve. And 19th in blown saves. But it's all about – this is not the – I think we're going to see what they're going to do with the bullpen. We got Gonsolin starting tomorrow. If Gonsolin and Dustin May, we have not even talked about Dustin May. FR 3 minutes says Dustin May, sirens, red alert, fire truck, fire emoji. I mean, Dustin May is a guy – you're talking about 98-mile-per-hour splitters, okay? You add May, you add Kolarek, you add Sadler, you add Gonsolin, then you throw in a Kenta Maeda, then you include a Rich Hill when he gets right, and then you flirt with the idea of bringing out a Walker Buehler as the ace up your sleeve. So, hey, I'm telling you, they do have the reinforcements. They are going to shuffle things around, and if Dustin May becomes that guy, it's going to be – and also keep an eye out there for this guy that they've been talking about, Victor Gonzalez. So Andrew Freeman mentioned that Victor Gonzalez could potentially pitch his way into the postseason bullpen. 23-year-old left-hander. He's got a fastball ranges between 94 and 96. And he's a guy in 15 and 2/3 innings as a reliever in AA Tulsa and AAA Oklahoma City. He's held left-handers to a 138 average and a 417 on base percentage. So he's a guy they could also throw in there, a Victor Gonzalez. You saw Kolarek today. He's keeping lefties to under 200. So really that's what it's about. And to me, there's really nothing that Julio Urias can't do that Felipe Vasquez can do. Because what does Felipe Vasquez have? He has zero postseason experience, okay? And Julio Urias, he's been in those battles before. He's pitched in the World Series before, and he knows what it takes. You saw what he did against Milwaukee. He's been in those high-leverage postseason games, and I'm riding with Urias in those situations. Today wasn't his best. He didn't have his best showing today, but when he's right, I'm telling you, there's nothing he can't do. Look, he's not going to give you 199 on the gun like a Felipe Vasquez, but at the end of the day, Felipe Vasquez has yet to pitch in a postseason game. That will take some adjusting. Julio Urias, he's already gotten his feet wet in that situation, and I like him. But here we go. Jose Gomez, farm system hitters are so clutch. Absolutely. Rick Garcia, hopefully that sharp double can get Jock going. That's what I'm saying. Hey, you never know when you're going to get a slump-busting hit, and Jock Peterson, he gets that double, and he really got things kicked off. Yes, he got thrown out, but that's how you start the inning. You energize the crowd, you get the crowd going, and next thing you know, Dodgers get their 32nd comeback win of the year, 74th win of the season. But here we go. We got Tina G-Man. Here we go. Good win, but they need to stop. But they need to not give up so many runs. They shouldn't need a walk-off to win. Hey, look, it was the most runs ever given up at the Chavez Ravine this year. At the Ravine this year, first time you're looking at double-digit runs, and they still win despite that. So like I said, the Dodgers, they can beat you a lot of different ways. They can score with you. They can outpitch you. It's really just kind of plugging in that bullpen hole, and then really we have everything. So that was really the one thing that was bothersome is the Dodgers did not add an elite superstar arm. It would have been like Thanos getting the last Infinity Stone. Then this team is really looking unbeatable. But don't worry, they're still on the road to the World Series, and they're going to give it they're definitely going to get things right. I mean, the excitement of having Dustin May, if that didn't show you, we don't know the negotiations, right? We are not privy to the Dodgers' actual offer, but I'm here to tell you Felipe Vasquez was not worth 2 top 10 picks. I mean, 2 top 10 Dodger prospects, and he sure as hell wasn't worth a Dustin May. That's a no with the super side of hell no for Dustin May and Gavin Lux. So I have no issue with the Dodgers not acquiring Felipe Vasquez. It really was just a creature of circumstance out there because, trust me, if there was a move where the Dodgers could have gotten a better arm, the Dodgers would have done it. But, hey, that is what this team does because, look, the interest on a pitcher is going to pay off way more than an interest on a relief pitcher. As you've seen this year, relief pitchers are very volatile. So how do you guys feel? Do you guys think that are you guys for Andrew Freeman not parting ways with Gavin Lux and Dustin May to acquire Felipe Vasquez? Me, I'm all for it. Give me the red nightmare for the next 10 years versus the nightmare for the next 2 years, and who knows how it goes from then. What we've seen with Kenley Jansen, you see Kenley Jansen, he's got a career worst ERA of 3.59 this year, a 1.031 whip. And he's a guy that has, he used to be untouchable. This is a guy that all he needed to do was go out there and throw you his cutter. Now he's really neglecting the wherewithal to develop secondary pitches. So we've seen with Kenley, the same thing could happen with Felipe Vasquez. So I'm absolutely have no issues with the fact that he did not do that. Because, look, always remember, when you see someone sitting in the shade, someone planted that tree a long time ago, and that's what Andrew Freeman believes in. He believes in development. 17 of the 25 players on the Dodgers 25-man roster have come up through the farm system or they were signed through the international market. So the Dodgers understand how to develop, and they understand their coaching is what it gets them there. So it's not just their eye for talent, it's the development. So why would you, if you're the Dodgers, give the Pirates your finished product? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to give them Gavin Lux or Dustin May when you've done all that development work and you put in all that work? So to me, at this point, look, had we gotten Felipe Vasquez, would I be doing backflips and saying, oh, the World Series is ours? I would not have. I would not have because, look, there's so many different components of it. But one thing to consider is last year in the World Series, last year in the playoffs, relievers in the bullpen accounted for 45%. This is according to 538, 45% of the innings pitched. So it is really about their bullpens, but the Dodgers have the quantity, and what that's going to allow them to do is keep guys fresh. So what would you rather have? A lot of fresh arms and a lot of arms that are put in situations to succeed, or do you have a couple guys that by late in the World Series, maybe they're out of gas? So we're going to see. At the end of the day, it's a lot of unknowns. But here we go, back to you guys. We got Jose, farm system hitters are clutch. Rick Garcia, hopefully that sharp double can get Jock going again. Absolutely. Jeffrey Hill, bring on the robo. So you want the robo. We got Jose Rod. The non-activity at the deadline will haunt us again. That's really the question that we are not going to know until we cross that bridge. The Dodgers, look, the thing is, you separate pitching and you separate offense. The fact of the matter is, what really gives me hope and what really encourages me that this is the year for the Dodgers is the offense. The Dodgers lead all of National League in on-base percentage, and you saw that in this inning. It's about taking walks. It's about putting the ball in play, and they also lead the National League in walks. So they're hitting home runs. So this offense is very potent, and that's the thing. But here we go. Nefarious, do you miss Chris Taylor? Absolutely, you miss CT3. Especially considering this guy was raking when he went out. Charles Hamill, the Pirates started asking for three of our top prospects. May, Lux, Ruiz. It was a smart move not to make the trade. Sometimes the best moves are the ones you don't make. Absolutely. Absolutely. This team is a perfect example of that. This team is an example of that. That's why we didn't get JT Realmuto for the MVP this year, Cody Bellinger. It's the reason why we didn't ship off Alex Verdugo for a Kluber. So I'm absolutely with you because, hey, this is a team that is built for 5 to 10 years of major success. These guys are all bricks in this Dodger foundation, and I'm with you. Hey, you can call me a prospect hugger if you want, but I'm definitely rolling with what we have right now. That's all we can do. And I'm still excited about our future because excited about our win today. And the Dodgers get it done. But here we go. Back to you guys. We got Mr. Gonzalez. His team never gives up. Jose Goofball, Mr. Analytics, blew the game early on. Dustin Blayman, nope. The umps have always been a fixture of the game. Keep batters aggressive. That's a great point. Enzar, thumbs down on robot umps. Thomas Jordan, hello from Maine. What up, Jordan? Hello from Maine, all the way over there in Maine. FR3 Maine, grade the umpires on their strike zone. If they fall below average, then the robo umps make the call. That's what I'm telling you. Mr. Gonzalez, where's Tolles? I believe Tolles has been dealing with some psychological issues, but we'll see if he ever makes it back. We got Ryan, and of course Roberts took him out in the fourth. We got Jennifer, and Jock Peterson is a joke and hasn't done anything. Jock Peterson has had his struggles to the point where you're calling him Jack Peterson, missing his first name and his last name. So, hey, if he's got to earn his name back, maybe he'll start with today's double. Jamie, we definitely want home field advantage in the playoffs with the 43-15 home record. Exactly. Home cooking has been great for the Dodgers, okay? And they excel at home. They're comfortable at home. They know how to win at home. And today was another example. They get their 32nd comeback win of the year. But breaking down this game a little more, it really comes down to, Kent. The thing about Kent is the first pitch strikes. Okay, when he gets that first pitch strikes, opponents are batting 167 against him, and also, it's just really a lack of control. It's a lack of his inability to attack that strike zone, and he really needs to get right. But, hey, the great thing about Kenta Maeda is tonight he showed you a couple innings, 2-3 innings, this guy can get it done. It's when you stretch him past that, and he really needs to embrace his role as a bullpen guy because, look, the value of bullpen pieces have grown exponentially in the last couple years, and their value has gone up. It's like gold. The price of gold goes up and down. Right now, bullpen pieces are at an all-time high. So, Kenta Maeda, hey, embrace that role. You can find a new niche because, hey, you're not going to really have this opportunity to be a starter And but the Dodgers 74-40 and 32. Tomorrow they play the St. Louis Cardinals. They got the Cardinals, and I'm excited to see Gonsolin, his first start against the Diamondbacks wasn't really exceptional. The defense kind of let him down, but he almost had 4 perfect innings against the Rockies in relief. So I'm excited to see him. One of you guys pointed out the fact that he kind of looks like Frank Zappa. After looking that up, I definitely agree with you. He definitely gives you a Frank Zappa vibe. But the Dodgers now 42 home runs in their last 20 games. 42 home runs in their last 21 games, actually. 42 home runs in their last 21 games. And give Russell Martin, he got his 4th of the year. And really, he's been staying warm. This is a guy who doesn't want to go. This is a guy whose career is coming to an end. And you know he wants to stay in the bigs, and he wants to be a backup for Will Smith. And in just 14 at-bats in the last 2 weeks, he cranked his 4th home run. And also give the guys credit. One thing you saw today was Muncy and Russell Martin, their first 2 home runs, those come on 2-strike counts. So that tells you a lot about the approach, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to become second nature to this team because really their instincts, they've just totally rewired their approach at the plate this year, and it's really something to behold. But here we go. Oh, by the way, big shout out to Kolarek. He got his first appearance in Dodger Blue, 3 pitches, and he looked confident out there. He's a guy who he's got that fastball changeup combination, and he knows that he's a guy that's going to induce ground ball outs, and that's what the Dodgers were looking for with Scott Alexander. And Kolarek looks like he can provide that. He was actually 11th in the American League in stranding inherited runners. So that's going to be big. Hopefully he can start getting these reps and become comfortable as the Dodgers bullpen piece. They got Kolarek. But here we go. Scott Smith. Kevin, it was still a comeback. Scott Smith, when the kid has his slider working, he's tough. Absolutely. Jamie, Home Warriors. Michelle Carter, use robot umps is like a suggestion to the umpires, but they can make the ump calls if they feel it's not the right call. Maybe just to help those calls the umpire isn't fully confident in the calls with his own eyes. Exactly. You can use it as a learning tool. Ryan, it's still a ways away, but you see us playing in the World Series. I think it'd be impossible not to see this team playing in the World Series. They're definitely going to win their 7th straight division title, and I think the Dodgers definitely are going to play in the World Series. There's nothing that nothing that I've seen. The fact that this team is still on pace to win 105 games and they're dominating at home, absolutely you see this team in the World Series. I do think that a wild card matchup against the Nationals, against the Mets are starting to climb up there, and who knows, because look, it's about starters in that series. So if they're able to win that wild card game, it could be tricky going against one of those teams. But I think the Dodgers have all the ingredients, all the makings of the 3rd straight World Series appearance. But here we go. We got Michelle Carter. Of course we are going to win the World Series. Who else would rep for the National League? The Cubs, LOL. I like it. They did get Castellón, so that's pretty good for them. But I'm not afraid of the Cubs. I'm not really afraid of anyone in the National League. Only team really I think could really give the Dodgers big-time trouble would be the Houston Astros. Even with the Yankees, look, the Yankees, they had an opportunity to add a Stroman or add another starting piece. So they're a team that, hey, they didn't add Bauer. They didn't make any moves for a starter. So the fact that the Yankees stood pat and the fact that the Yankees not getting a starting pitcher is far worse than the Dodgers not getting any bullpen superstar. So if they face off against the Yankees, I like their chances in that one. But here we go. Alex Verdugo has been on a roll. Keep going. Like Alex Verdugo is a guy who he's really gotten out of his slump. I mean, he was 4 for 39, and then he started turning around. 7 of his last 12 for Alex Verdugo. So he's a guy, he has such a great swing, such a great approach at the plate, really is up there for contact rate. And Alex Verdugo, that's another thing too. Talking about World Series, he's a guy that's going to put the bat on the ball, and I think he's going to be a crucial part of this World Series run. But Jared, shout out from Taiwan. What up, Jared? All the way from Taiwan. That you definitely are winning today. The Dodgers Nation post-game show for this viewer. So I love it. All the way in Taiwan. What time is it out there? Michelle Carter, I live in STL and go to games. They're only good now because Goldie finally got hot. Yeah, Goldschmidt, he's gotten hot of late, so he's carrying him. But we're going to see. It's still a big test. The Dodgers need to see it as that. But it is at home. You know the Dodgers are going to be up for it. I'm excited to see Gonsolin. I'm excited to see Dustin May against the Birds. But here we go, Kevin, Jeffrey, absolutely. Austin, Pirates wanted Ruiz and May for Vasquez. Absolutely not. You're not going to get fleeced. If anyone knows how to get fleeced, it's Huntington. He got done up for the Archer trade. I'm glad we didn't give up Lux and May. LA Dodgers 27. Muncy's long at bat also was the key. Exactly. I mean, that was a standoff. And Max Muncy, he was sitting in there taking pitch after pitch. And he was, you can see Yates was frustrated. Yates was frustrated, and it's the 9th walk-off win of the season. 9 walk-off wins for your Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, this is a storybook, a fairy tale of a season. We're in Hollywood, and it's Hollywood ending after Hollywood ending. Lights, camera, bashing for this team. And it's the 9th of the year, 32nd comeback win. And I know you guys out there in Dodgers Nation, hey, we all want to talk postseason, but we enjoy this journey, and we enjoy moments like today. But here we go, Manuel. That was a good comeback. We got Jose Rod 05. MLB Network also said there's prospects, and then there's non-tradable prospects. Exactly. There's a reason why guys are untouchable. You can look, but you cannot touch, and he was never going to be included. Look, it was not a very robust market when it came to lefties available, especially any of them that would warrant any type of elite prospects. Look, if this is Aroldis Chapman, they could have traded for Aroldis Chapman. They didn't do it, okay? And that was years ago. He ended up going to the Yankees. So, and he ended up with the Cubs. But hey, I think the Dodgers will still have enough arms to get it done. It's just going to be a little tricky. It's going to come down to management. It's going to come down to Dave Roberts. It's going to come down to Andrew Freeman in putting our bullpen pieces in situations where they can succeed and really not always going with the numbers, going with some instinct, and really getting outs in key situations. But I'm just glad. I mean, Andrew Freeman did not make any frivolous acquisitions. No frivolous acquisitions. That's his MO. You know where he comes from, Tampa Bay, and it's really about sustaining this greatness that the Dodgers have built under Andrew Freeman. Into the game, I don't think I've ever looked forward to seeing a dude's hair as much as I have Dustin May, and it was glorious, okay? It was fluffy, it was red, it lived up to the hype, and I think in October, it could be a red October, okay? And Dustin May, Mr. Nightmare himself, is a guy. One of the things I loved about Dustin May yesterday, Dustin May was the ground ball outs. The ground ball outs, 8 ground ball outs in his showing. His fastball was from 95 to 98 with great movement. If you saw some of the breakdowns, some of these gifs, that thing had a life of its own. It was tailing, it was inside run. This thing was getting ground ball out. So I really just loved it. He had nice command of that two-seamer. And I just love that. A 98-mile-per-hour sinker. I'm just telling you, this is a guy that, 5 2/3 innings, 4 runs, 9 hits. The defense wasn't as stout as it could have been, but he looked confident, and he just gave you that vibe that the moment was not too big for him. This guy's 21 years old, and he had poise like a veteran in there. He did not look like it was too big. So he's a guy, look at the future. Walker Buehler. You got Julio Urias. You got May. You got a stable of future ace-caliber pitching all on one squad. So I really love the fact that that Dustin May, he really just looked composed out there, like Dave Roberts said. But here we go, back to you guys. We got the Hearts Don't Stop. Dodgers Nation, what up? What up, the Hearts Don't Stop? We got Scott Muncy with ice in his veins. Absolutely. The funky Muncy gives the Dodgers their 9th comeback win, their 9th walk-off win of the year. So, and on the heels of yesterday, what a weekend at the Ravine. Walker Buehler, 15 strikeouts. It was just spectacular. By the way, our little fact of the day for the Dodgers Nation post-game show, Walker Buehler, he joins Pedro Martinez and Dwight Gooden as the only pitcher since 1908 to have more than one 15-strikeout game with no walks in a single season. So you got you're in great company, Dwight Gooden, Pedro Martinez. Another wild stat when you think about it with him. Walker Buehler is only the 3rd starting pitcher to put together multiple 15 strikeouts 0 walk games before the age of 26. He joins company like Dwight Gooden and Roger Clemens. So those are great. That's great company, and that tells you he's on track to be a superstar. All these guys below 25 with Urias, Gonsolin, and Walker Buehler and Dustin May. But here we go. Jose, they'll get Severino. They will get Severino back, but will he be stretched into a starter? I don't think so. I think he stays in the pen with them. By the way, how about Will Smith? He gets my player of the week. I'm giving my player of the week to Will Smith. Who you guys got? This guy, 26. He's just absolutely incredible. He's hitting home runs. I thought it could have been his day. He lined to Fernando Tatis, but he's a guy that's going to give him firepower down in that 7th, 8th hole, and it just stretches that lineup. So we have a lot to be excited about for this roster. But here we go. Dodgers too good again this year by Michelle Martin. 2019 World Series, Dodgers versus Yankees. I'd be down with that. Dodgers have played the Yankees 11 times, 3 wins against the Pinstripes. They played the Yankees 11 times from 1941 to 1981, so I would definitely welcome that. We got Jared. It's 9 a.m. here in Taiwan, going to work now. Love you guys. Go Blue. Hey, have a great day at work. Dodgers had a great day at the office. 9th walk-off win of the year. Carlos Borges. Gonsolin looks like that dude in the trench coat, flashing old ladies. Okay. Tina G-Man. We got Will Smith is my pick, too, for Mora. We got Robert Vasta. Matt Beatty also been clutch. Absolutely. Matt Beatty's hitting 405 with runners in scoring position. This guy, it seems like everything he hits is barreled up. But Tina G-Man, when you're the Lakers or Dodgers, teams will always want more for a trade. This is L.A. That's a great point. Like Brooks Smith points out in the Blue Heaven podcast, which you guys got to check out. Also go to DodgersNation.com. Make sure you get all your Dodgers Nation merch. Best merch in the game. The very best Dodger content in the game. Definitely go to DodgersNation.com. But yeah, as you point out, there is a Dodgers tax. And Andrew Freeman, this is a message. This was a message to Major League Baseball that no, we are not going to go with this Dodgers tax, and we are going to not be fleeced, and we're going to stand pat. And if you don't want to improve your farm system with prospects we're willing to give you, that's what it was. Because look, the Dodgers, he said himself, the Dodgers are a team without weakness, okay? But they're also not going to overpay for anything. And Andrew Freeman makes a message and takes a stand against these teams that are trying to get more out of the Dodgers. But look, hey, that's how it is. You know the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And that's just how it is. They know the success that the Dodgers have amassed, and they want to pick apart that farm system and start getting their own teams put together. But a couple more thoughts here, guys, on today's win. But hey, great win by the Dodgers. The pitching wasn't its best day for the pitching. Julio Urias wasn't as sharp as we've seen him. Kenta Maeda still without a win since May 31st. But the Dodgers win again. But get a couple more of your thoughts here, guys. Thanks for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. By the way, definitely go to DodgersNation.com. Greatest Dodger content on the internet, on the net. Follow us at Dodgers Nation. Follow me on Twitter at DMAC_LA. We're going to be back on Tuesday. Tuesday, we got a big show. We got St. Louis Cardinals. We got the Cards versus the Boys in Blue, and that's always a showdown. So we're going to have a big show Tuesday, so be sure to come check us out for that. But that is going to do it for this Dodgers Nation post-game show. Get a couple more of your comments, couple final thoughts here. The Dodgers, they get it done. 5 of their last 6. They've won 5 of their last 6. Dodgers remain hot. July wasn't great. 10-14 in July. This month promises. Now with the trade deadline behind, they're not distracted by the trade deadline. You know the Dodgers, they're going to put together a nice August because, look, we are getting closer and closer. As you guys mentioned, 33 wins. That is the magic number for your Dodgers. They're that much closer to a 7th straight NL West title. So we're going to see how it all shakes out, but that is going to do it for this episode of the Dodgers Nation postgame show. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go to DodgersNation.com. Go Dodgers. We're going to cue up that Randy Newman for you guys. I love LA. Have a great Sunday, and I'm out.
Rolling rolling down Imperial Highway. The big nasty red at my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north. We were born to ride. Roll down the window, put down the top. Crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the